Just when you walk through the door, there's just a positive, fun energy. I think that's the word. Like, we described every house in one word, and I said, this is energetic.
That fun energy helps HGTV remain among the top 15 TV networks. It provides a form of escapism that looking at listings on Zillow can't quite match. So keep watching to learn about the biggest HGTV scandals that left fans utterly speechless. Sexual coercion charges. HGTV's image took a major hit thanks to the show Carter Can. Its host, Carter Oosterhouse, was hit with charges of sexual coercion by former employee Kelly Kaminsky in 2017. She alleged that he propositioned oral sex multiple times while she was his makeup artist. She continually declined until he began to threaten to have her fired. The stress gave her a stomach ulcer she had to go to the hospital for. Carter's been married to actor Amy Smart since 2011. He declined the allegations. He said his relationship with Kelly, which consisted of over a dozen sexual interactions, was consensual. He also said he wasn't intimate with any of the other staff or crew members. He wasn't working with HGTV when the allegations came out. The network was quick to address the news and reiterate they don't tolerate harassment. Property Brothers Bar Brawl. The Property Brothers, Drew and Jonathan Scott, are two of HGTV's favorite boys. Security footage from 2016 put a mark on their record. It showed Jonathan at a bar called Dempsey's Public House in Fargo, North Dakota. He was upset when he and his crew got their drinks taken away. He got into a fight at a bar and had to be dragged out by a bouncer who had him in a chokehold. Jonathan even allegedly called 911 about the assault. The video wasn't enough to cause any further issues. Anti-LGBTQ Comments. They say it's not what you know, it's who you know. That can also go the other way, making you guilty by association. That's what happened to Joanna and Chip Gaines, the hosts of Fixer Upper. They attended a church led by Pastor Jimmy Siebert, who openly opposed same-sex marriage. The public began to question whether the Gaines duo may have anti-LGBTQ views as well. Joanna said the accusations were, quote, so far from who we really are. Chip said he always wanted his business to be a diverse group that represents all people. A similar issue was faced by Flip It Forward's hosts David and Jason Benham. David had once said at a prayer rally in 2012 that he wanted to, quote, stop homosexuality and its agenda. These comments cost them their show before it could even begin. HGTV canceled it the day after these comments came out. Lawsuits. Deanna Murphy and Tim Sullivan, a couple from South Carolina, participated in a 2015 episode of the popular renovation show Love It or List It. They were hoping for their dream home and got a nightmare. They sued Love It or List It's production company, Big Coat TV, and one of the contractors who worked on the house in April 2016. They alleged that misused funds led to subpar results, saying,
we took out a substantial loan for this and put in some of our own money on top of the loan that we took out.
As their lawyer said, they couldn't sell the home without spending more than it was worth to fix the damage. Big Coat countersued for breach of contract, libel, slander, and product disparagement.
After taking his client's money.
For the homeowners here, this is a renovation project. And for Big Coat, it's a TV show. What we allege is that Big Coat hired contractors who did substandard work.
The suit was settled confidentially in 2017, but it sullied Love It or List It's reputation. Windy City Rehab. Designer and host Allison Victoria Gramenos and her former co-host Donovan Eckhart got to add their names to the list of HGTV names who have been sued. They got multiple complaints from unhappy homeowners. The city of Chicago also alleged that they didn't adhere to safety codes, complete necessary inspections, and take other important steps to make sure the buildings were safe. Their company lost their permit privileges and contractors' licenses. Donovan left the show abruptly during the drama. He filed his own $2.2 million suit against Discover Inc. during the season 2 finale on charges of defamation and emotional distress, which he lost. Chip Gaines' partners sue him. Richard Clark and John Lewis were once business partners with Chip. He encouraged them to sell shares in Magnolia Realty after he got an HGTV contract. They filed a fraud lawsuit for $1 million in damages. They said Chip's decision was an attempt to eliminate his business partners. He wanted to be the only one to profit from Magnolia Realty's connection to Fixer Upper. Chip addressed the claims on Twitter. He noted it would have been much easier for them to reach out via a call or email first. The suit was dismissed in February 2020. Fixer-upper fined by the EPA. Magnolia Inc. wasn't always such a boon for Chip and Joanna. They got fined $40,000 by the EPA in 2018. They also had to pay $16,000 for lead cleanup costs. They hadn't followed proper lead removal procedures in over 36 home renovations. Fakery and Fraud. If there's one type of reality TV you'd expect to be real, it's the home renovations on HGTV, but you'd be wrong. As a former guest admitted,
I don't think there's any way that the show could actually follow someone because real house hunts take months.
There was the reveal that fixer-upper guests are told which house to buy before filming even begins. The truth came out in a Fox News interview with guest David Ridley from Season 3. He said that one of the 3 houses guests are shown is a pre-purchased home. TV Magic makes it look like they've never seen any of them. A former participant on House Hunters also alleges the show is not as realistic as it looks. They noted the producers kept emphasizing the need for a larger house, even though the one they went with was smaller than the one they bought. They weren't even accepted for the show until they closed on one. The kicker was that none of their choices were even for sale at the time. Another contestant, Bobby Jensen, described how the show focused more on creating a story than fixing houses. A 2012 Hooked on Houses blog post said that producers rejected her original plan to renovate her current house and rent it out. They instead focused the entire episode on how she was desperate for more square footage. Not even the fixed-up furnishings on Fixer Upper are technically real. They do exist, but the homeowners who get them on the show don't get to keep them. They all belong to Joanna's Magnolia Market storefront. That's why they reappear in several episodes. Any guests who want to keep them for themselves must buy them back. Cheating on Ellen's Design Challenge. Ellen's Design Challenge was a short-lived competition show that ran for 2 seasons. That's primarily because the end of its first season in 2015 almost killed it for good. The winner, Tim McClellan's $100,000 winning desk design, was revealed as plagiarized. He was disqualified with his win revoked. The runner-up, Katie Stout, discovered she was the new winner on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Tim addressed the controversy on her show as well. She defended him somewhat by admitting that all designs look similar at some point. The American Flag Tablecloth. It's not only HGTV's regular TV shows that get them in trouble. Sometimes it's the content they create for the internet. They made a post called Classic 4th of July Table Setting Ideas in 2013. It suggested using a nylon American flag. They suggested it would make it easy to wipe off spills and then hang the flag up on a pole. The internet lit up red. That included an article on militaryblog.com that said Americans don't understand its significance. Using the flag that way also violated U.S. Flag Code Section 176. It says the flag can't touch anything beneath it or be displayed in a way where it could easily be soiled. The network removed the article from its website. They even issued an apology saying, quote, "This was a regrettable use of our flag and it should never have happened. We sincerely apologized and have removed the post from our website. We want to assure our fans that HGTV is proud of the American flag and everything it symbolizes for our people." Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite HGTV show? Let us know in the comments section below.